and welcome to week 3 or 4 for our Team Cup call. After this call, we will have one more call next week for our final push. Like I was just saying a second ago before I started the recording, I don't have any great big topics to go over. I just wanted to see where everybody was, and maybe we could come up together as a plan or as a group for a plan for the final push. So I'll start first. There's just 4 questions I wanted everybody to answer quickly so we can see where everybody is, just see where you're at with Success Club. For the final push, what are you planning for the final push next week? Is my meeting? I just got some funky message. Do I sound okay? It said I have a high CPU usage. It's affecting the meeting. Can you hear me okay? No? Okay. Like I said, I'm at my mom's house. Anyways, Success Club, final push for the last, 11 days of the month. What are you planning on doing? And what is one thing you've learned this month that's something new that you've learned either about yourself or about this business that you've applied? And the last one is, how can I help you? How can we help you as a team? So I'll go first. I'm still at Success Club 2. Haven't made any difference between last week and this week. And in fact, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, I really had a kind of a breakdown over Sunday night, Monday morning, where I was just like, this sucks. I'm awful. I messaged my coach and said, I'm walking away for a while. I need to walk away for a few days because I had been working really, really hard. And no matter what my efforts were, nothing was coming to fruition, which is the first time that I've had this happen. And, I don't want to say that Success Club has come easily for me in the past, but if I've worked towards it, it's usually happened. And this particular month, I have been working just as hard, if not harder, as I have in the past, and it just hasn't done anything for me. So it's been a really, really frustrating month for me personally. There's also some stuff going on in my personal life that has made it difficult too. So this latter part of this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I said I have to take a step back. Hey, Angelique, I'm going to mute you, or unless you can see how to mute yourself. Well, let me see if I can.
Sorry.
That's okay. That way you can unmute yourself when it's time to talk. Anyways, so the Tuesday, part of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then today I've kind of taken a step back and really focused on my family, because for the end of July and most of August, I kind of had been ignoring them completely. And I realized that doing that wasn't giving me success in my business or my personal life. So for me, I had to take a step back this last week, and I hadn't been doing anything really towards meeting my goal. But I needed to really, have a refresh and come back with a fresh heart, because I was really frustrated. So that's where I'm at personally. I feel kind of crappy because I'm your leader, and here I am at Success Club 2, but I'm just being completely honest that, hey, sometimes it doesn't happen no matter what you do. One thing that I've learned this month, that sometimes you can do everything right and it still doesn't work, and sometimes you just have to keep changing it up and see what works, and it might not always work, which I wouldn't have told you that a month ago. I would have said, well, everybody should be able to hit Success Club, and maybe this is one of those learning experiences that I needed to go through as a coach so I could help my coaches better. Does that mean I've given up? No, I'm still have 100% faith that I will somehow pull out Success Club 6, if not Success Club 10, which that's always my goal. How can you guys help, or how can we help each other? I don't really know. I love having all of you here, and I love hearing about your successes, and your successes really fuel my fire. So I'd love to hear you guys now. So I'll take volunteers, whoever wants to go first, to tell me about where you're at with Success Club. So final push, what you're going to be doing for the month, one thing you've learned this month, and how I can help you, or how we can help you. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'm going to get my kids some dinner. Okay, so right now I'm at Success Club 6. I'm pushing for 10. Number 2 is what I'm doing. I am recruiting. My focus is recruiting, and I'm going to be following up. I am going to California with my kids this weekend, so but Monday I'll be back in it. The third thing is, one thing that I've learned about myself, especially this month, is I hit Success Club 5 and I let my foot off the gas. I'm like, okay, I can breathe now. And it slows my wave. My wave just crashes, and I need to keep my foot on the gas, because just because that I have hit Success Club 5 or Success Club 10 doesn't mean that I should stop, because I'm not at my goal income at all. And I know that there's more people out there that I can help. Number 4, get to Diamond. I'm 2 coaches away from Diamond, so that's my push for this week is Thursday I want to be Diamond. So there you have it.
I have 100% faith in you. I think you'll be the next coach I shout out this next week for Diamond, and it's so exciting. Anybody else want to go? Kelly, go ahead, Kelly.
Okay. Let's see. This week I am at Success Club 30, I think.
Let me. I know that you last time we talked, you thought you were missing some points. Did it get figured out?
No, I've been terrible. I need to call. So if those 2 get figured out, that I think it'll be Success Club 34.
Okay.
But I'm at 30 according to that. I'm not sure. There were just some people that were supposed to be transferring over to me, and I'm not sure that they got transferred over with their challenge pack. So that was one of the things. What I've learned about myself, just, it's just been, challenging, and it's been exciting. I've been trained to be really realistic. Not that I don't think I can do well, but a lot of people have said, like, how are you doing this? And I really do think it's because I have that huge warm market right now. And I just want to make sure that I can stay on top of things. And one of my biggest goals this month is to get a couple new coaches. So I'm actually meeting with a girl that was a former student of mine like 8 years ago, who graduated and is doing some random things, but I think she'd be amazing and huge. So I'm meeting her for coffee next week. She's never even really heard of Beachbody, so it's not like she was a customer turned coach. So, I'm really hoping that one works out. And then maybe just one of the other people that I've been talking to, like my cousin Molly that I was telling you about.
Well, if you need help with the one girl, I don't want to crash your coffee date, but since you're local to me, if that's something that you want to, if you need any extra help or want me to talk to her, not that I have any great expert advice, but I'm more than willing to do what you need. So just let me know.
Yeah, I would love that. I feel like could be huge because she's super connected to a bunch of people. She was big in the pageant world, and she coaches a all-star cheer program up in Auburn. So I feel like she would have a lot of connections to people, and she's just very outgoing and determined. So she's one of those people I've been thinking about kind of in the back of my mind as somebody that have given me, and I'm not sure, and I really need to focus. I feel like now that my challenge group is established, it was the link that you posted about that 20-minute video about how to set up your calendar for the month with that all-star coach or top 10 coach.
Yeah, Anita Myron.
Yeah, I felt like that was so helpful to me because it really helped me visualize how to do a month and to not feel like, because right now I feel like I'm in a place where, okay, the challenge group has started. How do I motivate people and how do I continue to get Success Club points till the end of the month? Because I don't want to feel like mid-month I'm done. And so focusing on the coach aspect now will be better. And then my next goal is also to start, preparing to start my own challenge group for the first time, which is a little intimidating. And you and I should probably touch base because I need to probably do some videos and stuff. So
perfect. Yeah. Kendall and Bethany. Go ahead, Bethany.
Sorry, Kendall. Okay, so I'm still at Success Club 2 as well. I have been talking to a ton I've been talking to a ton of people though, more so than like what I normally do. So I feel like that's like a really good thing. A lot of people unfortunately are saying, yeah, for September, which it's like, no, we have, August Cup now. So, but Anyways, so my final push as far as what I'm doing is I'm just finishing up my 5-day challenge group, the free one. And so I'm going to go in and ask them and encourage them to be a part of my longer challenge group. So hopefully I will get at least 2 people interested through that. And I mean, I added like, I think it was like 7 or 10. I don't remember the number, but a lot of people that I didn't know before joined my 5-day clean eating challenge. So that was kind of cool. That more people had added it. And one thing that I learned about myself this month is that kind of letting up off the gas in the months before have really affected me now, because I realized that I had taken kind of a break in like July and also a little bit in June. And so I feel like that's kind of coming back to kick me in the butt a little bit, unfortunately. So I guess I just need to continue to, like you guys were saying before, just not let up off the gas and just continue to invite people and talk to people, even if I do hit Success Club 6. And then, I don't know how you can help me, but just being you.
I think that you have a great point. I think that a lot of times, especially, you and me and people who maybe don't have any Success Club points this month or don't have any, it might be really frustrating to us because we're working really hard and it's not coming to fruition right now. But, the seeds that we plant this month that we might not harvest this month are things that we could be harvesting down the road. I know that a lot of the people that I usually sign up, at least 1 or 2 people that I usually sign up during any given month are people who were no's or not right now's before. That hasn't happened to me this month, but without fail, usually at least 1 or 2 people are coming back because the timing is right. So don't let the no's or the not right now's discourage you, because that's just planting seeds for later. Because imagine if all the people we invited said yes this month, that would be great. But then at least I feel confident that at least I have those seeds planted for the next month. Kendallyn, go ahead.
Well, I'm at Success Club 6. So, yeah, yay. I'm excited about that. But I would like to get to Success Club 10 for like once, but we will see. I'm kind of still working on that. And what's the second question?
What the final push? What are you doing, for the final push for the last, 10 days of the month?
I am just probably going to be following up. Since my challenge group is already starting, I'm probably going to be like kind of following up. I know one of my challengers has somebody that is interested from her work that would start like my challenge late. So that's like somebody new to talk to. And then just kind of keep talking to people and then following up one more time with the people that kind of flaked out from before.
I had a few of those this month.
Yeah. So I guess that's about it. I don't really have like a very concrete special plan, but.
Okay, well, before I forget, I want everybody to share, but there are a few things to remember for this next week. I am going to be running a new sneak peek into coaching group, so you can always be inviting people to that. The post will start over again on Monday, and then if I have to, I will do another recruiting call like I did this last Sunday where nobody showed up, but I'll do another one next Sunday if I have to. Maybe I'll be even better by then. I also have a 5-day clean eating challenge that I'm going to start like totally on the fly Monday. Well, actually, I'll probably get the group running tomorrow, open it up, add people to it, and it'll start Monday. And it'll run Monday through Friday, and then we still have a couple days in the month, so we can invite people to join a longer challenge after that. If that means we have to hold them off until the next one, but we could still maybe squeeze them in for the last couple days of the month. My coach, Amy, gave me a good idea because I was asking her how she was getting customers this month because she was struggling as well. She said she was going to her previous 21-day fix challengers and asking them for referrals. And if they gave her a referral that purchased a challenge pack, she was actually giving them an incentive of the Fix8 cookbook. So that's something to be thinking about too. So you can go to your previous customers who've already loved the product and say, hey, you know, I have this going on. And yeah, you'd have to, you know, buy an incentive of like $15 for a cookbook. But like for me, at this point, I really want to hit Success Club. For me, I'd be willing to spend that money to hit Success Club this month instead of running an ad on Facebook or doing something different. Another thing is there's some coaches who will do an incentive for somebody who purchases a challenge pack. So, hey, purchase this challenge pack from me at the end of the month, and you can get a cookbook, or there's all sorts of incentives that people can do. I've done a gift card before. I think it was actually last August, my first month that I think I was fired up again from when I started coaching. I think I did a $20 gift card. But anyways, those are some things that we have kind of going that maybe you could talk about. But I do want to hear from Sally, Christine, Jenny, and Angelique as well. So one of you go ahead and pick. I would like to hear from all of you. Any volunteers? Okay, I'm going to pick Sally. I'm going to unmute you because I muted you because you were like doing dishes.
All right.
Oh.
I guess I'll go.
Oh, who's going?
Oh.
Who is that? Hold on. I need to unmute Sally because I can't hear her. Okay.
There. No, I think you got it. Okay. I'm still at Success Club 2 points. This week, the past 2 weeks, yeah, well, dance. The last 2 weeks, I haven't put in as much push as I should have. Had things on the weekends to get ready for. So this coming week, I am going to definitely hit the messaging. I'm going to a Women of Faith conference this weekend, so with my daughter. So that'll be my personal development for the week, the whole month.
I'd love to hear it. I want to hear all about it when you come back.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. A lot of really good speakers. I don't know if you're familiar with Patsy Claremont and Lucy Swindoll, some really good Christian ladies speaking. So it's going to be real cool. But I'm gonna hit that this week, and I'll have hopefully some input from that'll help. I've learned this month about when my friend that you all know last week we talked about my friend that kind of was like, oh, you're marketing. So I've really been doing a lot of thinking about how I approach this and how I post more. So I'm learning some new things with that. I just need to figure things out myself, I think, a lot of this stuff. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And I need to hit 5, though. I'd really like to at least hit 5.
So you, me, and Bethany need to find 2 people in just 10 days. And if you think about it, 2 people in 10 days seems doable, right? We could do it.
Right. Could do it.
I think, Christine, do you have any points? I think Christine and Angelique I think you both have, do you have 2 or 0? 0. I can't see.
I know. I don't know what's wrong with my video.
Okay, well, Christine, I can hear you. So feel free to answer our questions really quick.
Okay. I have 0. I've been probably working harder this month than I have on any other month. Wait,
let me just say, Christine totally has revamped her 5-day clean eating challenge. The one I used to do, she created up her whole menu. She ran her first group by herself this last week. She's been doing awesome. And in fact, I was going to ask if I could totally steal your meal plan.
Do you like it? I'm worried that maybe it's a little too different. I don't know. I tried to have it somewhat normal, yet some new things too.
I would like to try it just because I've used the other one a lot of times, and I think I have a couple repeat people, and then maybe if I have a bigger group, we can get a better judge. I don't want to take it if you aren't comfortable with me using it because you did all that work for it.
No, I have no problem with it. It's been fun doing the 5-day, but I don't think that it's going to get me any Success Club points.
And maybe not this month, but you never know. I mean, I hate running 5-day clean eating challenges. I absolutely hate them. But you came from a 5-day clean eating challenge, and look, you're a coach now. Sally came from a 5-day clean eating challenge, and a couple other, Kristen kind of did. She got back with me with a 5-day clean eating challenge. So while they're a pain in the butt and they seem like they might not work up front, they actually do because you're able to create a relationship with people. People can really see what you're about. So they might be silently stalking you from behind because I know your group has been a little bit quiet. But that doesn't mean that the people aren't engaged or thinking behind the scenes, hey, well, I like what she's saying. Some people just don't post very much on Facebook, but that doesn't mean they're not getting something out of it. So I think you've done really good.
We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm not really sure what to do next week as far as where to go to try and hit Success Club. One thing that I have learned is I know that I can do this, and I think I've been lacking confidence, and I just need to get over that hurdle of kind of like asking people, but being like afraid and not really sure. And I think that's a big part of why I'm not selling anything.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I think that a lot of times I think you get in your own way of your success. I think that you are fully capable of doing this business, and I think you count yourself out, and I think you count the people that you could help out. Like, I think that you automatically give them a no in your head that they aren't going to be interested, so you kind of are like getting in your own way, if that makes any sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I do want to hear from both Angelique and Jenny really fast, not to cut you off, but we don't have very much time left. I'm actually at my mom's house, and I'm hoping to drive back to my house before the 7 o'clock call that I'm leaving, but it might not come to fruition. So Jenny, oh no, Angelique, go, you're unmuted. You go.
Okay. I ain't able to sell anything this month, so I'm at, I guess, Success Club 0. What was the second question?
Final push. What are you going to do in the final week, 10 days of the month? I would say, let me give you some suggestions. I would say invite some people to that clean eating challenge. Did you see the event and the team page? I'd maybe invite some people to that you know that they could join my group, and then we could talk to them. Really, they can see what we're about as a team. And then when the group is over, we could talk to them more. I think that's a great start for anybody who wants to, keep something going. Join the group, and let's just get a lot of great activity in the group between me and the coaches. If we have a lot of posts, a lot of comments, and because my last clean eating group totally flopped, even though there was a ton of people in it. I don't think I was engaged as maybe I needed to be, and so it totally flopped. But if we commit as a group for this team cup that we're going to try and make this group a success and fill it with as many people as we can, it can help us for this last push of August and also help fuel us into September. So I would invite to that. If you're not sure what to do at this time, I would invite to that. And you could post it either on your Facebook page, or maybe some people who had been interested before but didn't have the money or this or that. You could say, hey, we have this free group starting. It can show you what we're about. You'll have a menu. Please join. What do you got to lose?
Okay.
Maybe a couple pounds. That's always what I say.
I know of at least 2 people that I'll add to that.
Okay, perfect.
They haven't had money to order.
So what is one thing you've learned this month? Anything? That this business is hard. That's what I always
As far as Beachbody stuff?
Or anything that you've learned about yourself or that you've learned at all this month.
Well, I started my master's degree, and it's not as hard as I thought it would be, so that's a plus. I got a 96, awesome. I think, in it right now.
Well, that's
out of 2 assignments was all, but.
Hey, awesome. Okay, I'm going to let Jenny talk really quick. And then we'll have one last powwow of strategy, and we'll hopefully reschedule our call for next week. So, Jenny, where are you at? How are you doing? I can't hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now? I'm at Success Club.
Hold it back up to you because I can't hear you very well.
Okay, I'm at Success Club 3. I signed up a coach, but she's really interested in the business, so when she's PCSing to Korea in 2 weeks. So when she gets there, then I'll talk with her more, because it's exciting that she actually wants to build the business while she's trying to lose weight. And so she was a customer of mine from last year. And I'm talking to another person, and I'm going to follow up with other people that last year had told me that they didn't have the money, but they really like the show. So I'll see what they have to say. And then I think that I've learned about myself that I am a procrastinator, and trying to fix that.
Eat That Frog. Maybe that's the personal development book you need to get.
Okay, I'll
Eat
look
That
into that
Frog.
one.
You're like, I'll look
Okay.
into that. That's a perfect procrastinator answer. I'll look into that.
Yeah, I figured that out about myself this week. I'm like, dang. Yeah, bad.
That's funny. I'm glad you're at Success Club 3, so you only need one person, just one person. You could totally find one person in 10 days.
I know. My husband's like, can you get me Body Beast? So if I can't find anybody else, then I'll get him Body Beast on his because he hasn't gotten from me yet, and he's not a coach under me either.
Oh, he's not? Oh, there you go. Okay, so my last tip that I'm going to give you for this week, and it's not even that awesome of a tip, but the key is follow up. It seems like it takes people sometimes like 6 or 7 follow-ups before they actually say yes. And I usually try, don't ignore my mom's dog. I usually try and send somebody a message, especially if they have shown interest, and then I send them a message and they kind of ignore me. Then I'll send another message and I try and be nice. And then I usually send a third message that says, hey, I'm not trying to be a pest, but hey, I'm curious where you're still at. I said, if you're not interested, let me know either way and I'll stop bugging you. But if you are, let's move forward with this. So there's ways you can say stuff that will either get people to answer, or another one that I have it written down somewhere, but it was like, hey, I just want to make sure that you are 100% comfortable working with me. You had shown some interest, so before we move forward, I want to make sure that all of your questions are answered. Do you have any other questions for me? So it can kind of get the dialogue flowing again. But the thing is, it's just follow up, because you just never know who might be sitting there thinking. What happens, I think, is we send people messages and they're at a stoplight and they'll look at their phone and they look at their message and then the light turns green and they set their phone down and they drive away and like it completely goes out of their mind. So we're like, why haven't they answered me? I don't get it. When really they just completely spaced it because life is busy and chaotic. So if you follow up, they might look at it at the right time where they'll actually answer. You know what I mean? Of course, because we're like a slave to our phone and to Facebook and to everything else. So I think if they're not doing that like we are, it's getting lost. So don't feel bad to follow up. I don't follow up every single day with the same people. I usually give it a couple days and then follow up again. So you're not that person that's sending them a message every single day, because that is annoying, but it's okay to follow up. Another thing I have to say, in this next 11 days of the month, there's 31 days, I think, right? 10, 11, however many days there are. Work your business, but live. Don't be a slave to this job. I think that's something that I made the mistake of over the last, month probably, where I was working, and I was like creating this rat race, and I was miserable. And you know what? I got to think about it, that as I was living this way, I wasn't living a life that was successful for me, and it's a life that I would never want one of my coaches to live. So that's why over the last few days, even though I haven't hit my goal this month, I had to walk away for a little bit, because I knew that the life that I was living wasn't successful in my personal life, and I wasn't really having success in my coaching life either, because I think I was too burned out. So we all have important goals, but don't sacrifice yourself and your family and everything else for the sake of this business. Because at the end of the day, your life and your happiness with your family and everything else, that comes above this business. So don't ever feel the pressure that you have to do this or you'll be a failure if it doesn't work, because the most important thing is that you're successful with your family and that you're happy in your heart more than that you have Success Club points. Because at the end of the day, if you don't make Success Club, you don't make Success Club. But if you're happy and your kids are happy and your husband's happy and you're having that kind of stuff, I mean, we're not going to remember 2 years from now if you made it Success Club in August 2015. So anyways, well, I just got the message for 10 minutes, so I'm going to go unless anybody has any last questions. No? Okay. Don't forget to join the call at 7. I'm going to be sharing again today on sharing your story with confidence, because we're in August, which is the month of sharing your story. So I really want to talk about sharing your story with confidence, and I'd love to see all your pretty faces again. Okay, bye. Bye.